Greetings, gamer guys and gals. I'm Zeake, welcoming you to the 5th part of my Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Let's get started. Chapter 4, Roadside Battle. Ike, I've got to tell you something. Listen to this. Settle down, Mist. It's too early for you to be yelling like that. Now what's going on? Soren's back. He just arrived. Really? That's odd. He wasn't supposed to return for a while yet. I know. I wonder what he's doing back so soon. It's probably nothing to worry about. I'll go and talk to him. Where is he? In the mess hall. I think he wanted to talk to Father. Right, I'll go check there. Troubling news indeed. Gather the troops. Yes, Commander. Ike, if you've got time to waste, you've got time to work. Get over to the briefing room. Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on around here? Bad news. Something big is happening, and we need to formulate a plan of action. Soren? Hello, Ike. Long time no see. I'm happy to see you're back. But what happened? I thought you were going to be studying for a while longer. It's a long story. What's the holdup? Get over here now. Let's go. I'll fill you in later. You probably remember that Soren's been training with another mercenary group. Well, he's back now. And he has some unbelievable news. What news is that? It's Crimea and Dayan. They've gone to war. War? It can't be. That's why I've called everyone here. Soren has some more information. Go ahead, Soren. All right. Take a look at this map. Ah, it's a map of Crimea, quite detailed from the looks of it. Yes, this is the Melior, Crimea's capital. Our base of operations is right about here. Everything started 3 days ago. I needed to do some research, so I went to the archives of Melior's Royal Library. Without warning, the screams of a terrible beast, a wyvern perhaps, rent the air, and the building was rocked by a tremor. I rushed outside and saw wave after wave of knights, cavalry, and wyvern riders, each clad in glistening ebon armor, black as night. The Dayan army? Correct. Was there provocation? As you know, relations between Crimea and Dayan have never been friendly. However, the past centuries have seen only minor skirmishes, nothing that has ever approached the scale of this attack. It was brutal and without warning. Dayan laid the capital to waste. I've never seen destruction on this scale before. A swift attack, devastating and brutal. A daring gambit indeed. But if it succeeds, a very well chosen one at that. Yes, the King of Dayan would not hesitate to employ such treacherous tactics. What happened next? King Crimea's brother deployed the Crimean army to meet the attack. The king ordered his people to flee the city before the battle reached him. Fearing the worst, I also fled and made my way here. So we don't know how the tides of battle flow now, do we? That's all right. Word of the war cannot have traveled far yet. We may well be the first ones who know of it out here. You did well to bring us this information, Soren. I know some risk was involved. It was nothing. Dayan has invaded Crimea. We may be mercenaries, but this still affects us. What are we going to do? That's the question of the day. How do you see it, Titania? Crimea is the closest thing our company has to a homeland. The Crimean royal family and noble houses have been generous, providing us with many lucrative jobs. From a moral standpoint, as well as a business one, it's in our best interest to help Crimea. And you, Soren? I agree on one point. We are mercenaries. We are not Crimea's private militia. No coin has crossed our palms, so I think we should stay out of it. So you would have us sit and watch as Crimea is overrun? I would. Daeon's troops are superior in both numbers and morale. The chances of a Crimean victory are slim indeed. But Crimea is ruled by King Raymond, who is known throughout the land for his wisdom. And his brother, Duke Renning, is said to possess peerless valor and courage. Daeon may not find victory so easily. Valor and courage are for children's tales. In terms of military prowess, Daeon's King Ashnard is every bit Lord Renning's equal. Victory will hinge on troop numbers and supplies, and Daeon is superior in both. I think the outcome is painfully obvious. Curse you, Soren. Crimea is not doomed. If they can turn aside Daeon's initial thrust and turn it into a test of endurance. With the Crimean army both demoralized and ill-prepared, they simply will not be able to hold out that long. All right, that's enough, both of you. I hear what you say. However, we must ascertain the current situation before we decide on any action. We'll send a scouting party to get a closer look at Melior. Ike, I want you in charge of this. Assemble your men and get going. What? Me? Titania will accompany you as an advisor. Commander, you must be joking. He's just a boy, and he's had barely more than a taste of battle. What do you expect a whelp like him to accomplish? Ah, Shinon, since you're so concerned, you can go as well. Wait, that's not what I... Blast! Who else? Gatry, Rise, and Soren, that should do. Father, wait. Why do you want me... That was an order. Get moving. There's no time to waste. Yes, sir. Titania, I'm going out for a bit. I want you to give Ike some direction. Understood. Yes, sir. Ike, wait up! What? Ike, here, this is for you. You got the Regal Sword. A sword. From Father. He told me to come and give it to you. It's beautiful. This is the first sword you've gotten that wasn't a hand-me-down from somebody, isn't it? That's great. Yeah. Well, be careful. Oh, and bring me a souvenir. Something nice. I've never been to Melior before. Mist, I'm not going on vacation. Sheesh. The Capital Way. Are you feeling all right, Ike? You haven't said a word in quite some time. I don't understand what my father's doing. Why put a new recruit like me in charge of something so important? You're going to succeed him as our commander one day. Don't you think he wants you to know how to lead? Me? I don't know if I'm capable. And even if I am, that day is a long way off, right? I mean, I'm inexperienced, weak. I'm nothing compared to my father. I'm not so sure about that. When I look at you, I see a young man full of promise. Commander Grail is a great man, but I think you'll be every bit his equal. In time, you might even surpass him. Don't be ridiculous. It's just my opinion. You need not pay it any mind. Yet, if you fear your own weakness, why not take this chance to go out and better yourself? That would be more in keeping with your personality, no? I suppose you're right. How did things look over there, Soren? Same as here. There are corpses strewn everywhere. There are quite a lot of them, especially when you consider how far we are from the capital. Are they Crimean? Judging by the armor, the vast majority of the dead are Dayan soldiers. So Crimea has the upper hand. Just the opposite, I think. The Crimean soldiers were members of the Imperial Guard. That means King Raymond, or another member of the royal family, was on the move when Dayan soldiers fell on them. Could it have been Lord Renning? No. As long as the Crimean army still draws breath, Lord Renning will not leave their command. Perhaps another member of the court. We've got Dayan soldiers moving in our location, and they don't look happy. Very imposing music. I always have loved this music. You there! Who are you? What are you doing here? We're no one you need. You're armed. Heed me. Drop your weapons and surrender. Act quickly or else. Listen to me, fool. You're making a mistake. We're not... Ah, not going to cooperate, eh? Ready your weapons, men. Move in and kill them all. Tsk. Headstrong fools. Getting caught up in some skirmish is not part of the plan. But they're obviously not going to listen to us. Grail mercenaries, get ready to fight. Quite a lot of units right there, and we're no longer fighting brigands. Alright, Ike, let's see how you handle the role of captain. Well, what are your orders, boy? We'll do what you say, so long as you hurry up and spit it out. I know, I'm thinking. Give me a moment, will you, Shinon? Bah, useless. We'd be better led with mist than this oaf. Than this soft, untested whelp. Let's see. We're in the middle of the road, and there's not much cover. Soren and Rise are vulnerable, so we have to protect them from enemy attacks, right? That's a sound strategy, Ike. I can attack from behind your defenses. Good thinking. Do you mean that? Alright, let's do that then. Alrighty, let's check our units here and see if we... I don't think we have any items we need to move on over. Pretty sure... Well, we could probably move the Thief Band. And... Alright, move the Thief Band. We'll move a Vulnerary over to Ike. He's almost out of his. We can equip this Thief Band. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so Ike's Regal Sword. The sword Ike received from his father. It's light and easy to wield. Only Ike can wield it. It is fantastic. This is... If it wasn't for the fact that this game only has double weapon effectiveness against specific types, this weapon would be one of the best rapiers in the entire series. Basically, it's a rapier. But what it does is, against armored and cavalry, its might doubles. So it goes from 7 might to 14 might. It's got great hit, decent crit, and pretty low weight. Even a base Ike would only be slowed down by 1 speed with this. So it's pretty fantastic. I appreciate it. And looking at our new mage, he is a mage that primarily specializes in wind. I mean, you can use him for any magic you want, but he's already at weapon level D with wind. And I typically stick with wind with him due to the fact that it's the lightest group of tomes. And because he has 0 strength, you really just want the ability to... attack again. For instance, right here, it's weight of 1. So with 0 strength, he's being slowed down by 1. Even with that. And then Adept. Wow, is this an awesome ability. In certain conditions, grants this unit 2 consecutive attacks. It's not very likely right now that this is going to activate often because I believe it's based on speed percentage. So he basically has an 8% chance to proc it. But still, it's one of the best abilities in game, and it's fantastic that it comes on your Wind Mage of this game. It's very, very interesting how this is basically similar to a certain other Wind Mage in the series. All right, let's see about repositioning our units here. Have to be real careful. I think that's good. We're going to take a little bit of a defensive stance here. Yeah, let's go ahead and begin battle. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit more defensive right now, just for the moment. I think that's good. All right, Ike. Let's test your metal. And a good miss. Thank you. Fantastic. Always can appreciate when your units dodge attacks. Unless they do no damage, in which case I don't want them to dodge. I want to see that no damage marker. Hilarious. I think we're going to see it again. Yep, no damage. And again, Gatry just proving his mettle here. Fantastic unit. For the early game, that is. And another no damage. Ah, goodness, Dan, you could send a little bit of a better group against us. That's for sure. Alright, let's go ahead. We perfectly finish off this unit. Soren proving his worth already. And he procs Adept. Amazing. Didn't need it, but if he had, even better. Decent chunk of experience, too. Let's see what we can do about you here. Alright, we gotta use the Regal Sword, because it's lighter than the Steel Sword, but at least we finish him off. That's all that matters right here. Alright, so I think the idea is we'll finish this guy off with Shinon. We want to clear out as much as possible of all these units over here. Then we're going to lure in the rest of the units with Titania. I think that's the plan. That's the maneuver. That's the idea. Should we move a little bit closer? Yeah, why not? We'll move a little bit closer with Gatry. Let's hope this hits. Doubtful that it would miss, but you never know. Alright. Fantastic. Gatry taking point a little bit closer. We're going to lure in the enemies. Very good level. Not fantastic, because you could always use some more speed, but very good. Titania is very close to a level. She's gotten a lot more experience than normal, that's for sure. I think we'll put her way up yonder. Alright, let's make sure nobody can attack Rise. We'll move him one forward. Clearing out this group. Definitely a good idea if you want to move up quickly, because there are a lot of enemies here, and if you hold back Titania and you hold back Shinon, you're virtually going to be turtling this map the entire way. Especially if you're trying to use this map as a means to feed Ike KOs. I would say that that's a good and bad idea for two reasons. First of all, almost every unit in this map has a lance, and he's going to be at a pretty severe disadvantage, and if you don't really have much of a trained Ike at this point, you haven't really used him much, or you've been passing on by, which not everybody does. I've been trying to go as quickly and as seamlessly as possible to really get this done in an orderly fashion. I don't want these maps to be turtled through, that's for sure. I can't even remember the last time in a Fire Emblem I'd ever wanted to take my time in a map. I really want to push forward and get to the objective and test my mettle. I want to see how far I can go, how I can optimize strategies to really take advantage of different units and so on and so forth. So, it's a great idea to feed Ike some KOs. That's absolutely true, but you do have other teammates who do need it. And though Titania doesn't necessarily need it, it really doesn't matter, to be honest. First level up for Titania, let's see. HP and luck. Not so good. Better than nothing, I suppose. Steel Sword finishes off this guy. Now, I think what we should do with... Let's see. Alright. Let's go ahead and move there. We'll finish this guy off. Exact damage with the iron bow. Awesome. Doesn't matter. Shinon in Shinon fashion, critting. Oh, that's another thing, too, is that this game doesn't show you... There's no soldier skill or citizen skill for any critical modification for any of your classes, any of your characters. Snipers get I believe it's a plus 15 crit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a plus 15 crit. Alright, we want to lure in Majin. So I think that's what we're going to do next turn. We're going to go ahead and defeat this guy. Titania getting much work in. Since Majin over there has a ranged weapon, he's going to attack at range. And because I don't have a ranged weapon, I'm not going to be stealing the boss kill with Titania. She might end up having to do some damage to him so that I can go ahead and feed it to somebody else, but for the time being, it's not really going to matter. Night Killer. Effective weaponry. Not very effective in this game. As I was talking earlier about Ike's Regal Sword, none of the effective weaponry really works like much of the other games in the series. Fire Emblem 7 and this Fire Emblem are the only games in the series that I can think of where weapon effectiveness is only double and not triple. Had it been triple, it'd be a different story. That Night Killer right there could probably do a very good chunk of damage to Titania. Since that's not the case, we don't really have to worry about it, at least for the time being, especially against these weak units. I fought the Crimean army before. The Royal Guard has some skill, but the rest are a poor joke. Which will you prove to be? Perhaps you'll offer me some entertainment after all. If you attacked us because you thought we were with the Crimean army, you made a mistake. I left my post years ago. Now I'm nothing more than a common mercenary. That means nothing to me. You're not of Dayan. You're armed, and you're here. It's our job to destroy you. Simple? Wouldn't you say? Come, dog. Prepare yourself. I'd just as soon as avoid this bloodshed, but that seems unlikely. If that's the way it is, I'll not hold back. Majin, I don't think you could stand a chance against Titania if you dreamed it. Sorry to tell you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and shove Ike closer here. We just might be able to give this KO to Ike. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. Steel Axe. It's pretty decent damage. I have my doubts that we would be able to get Soren over here to help out. He's too far away, to be honest. Yeah, too far away. Well, I think what we'll just do is we'll go ahead and attack the boss, Titania up close, and then we'll finish him off. Thank goodness Titania did not get a low percentage critical there. I was really worried about that 4% crit. You know, one thing we could do... Soren is just one away from hitting the boss. So actually, let's go ahead and check that out for a quick moment. Ike has gotten plenty of KOs. Soren's not even level 2. So, and yep, he finishes the boss, as I thought. A mage, eh? I'll have to keep my guard up around you, no matter how young you look. You forced this combat. We cannot allow you to return home. Are you ready to die? Waha! Wretched curse! You will regret your decision to oppose Dayan. I'm not regretting it now. And we get a full, well, almost full level up. Magic and resistance. Not the best of days for you, Soren, but better than nothing. Did we suffer any casualties? Any wounded or dead? No. Excellent. Well done. I don't know. Taking out these Dayan soldiers may have been a bad move. Hey, Shinon, what are you doing? This swine's got some nice weapons. Besides, he ain't gonna complain. He won't need them where he's going. Shinon! Get a hold of yourself. We can't afford such behavior right now. Steal from the dead on your own time. What? You judgmental little... Soren, Shinon, stop this at once. This is no place for us to waste time bickering amongst ourselves. Let's clear out of here. We have to tell the commander what happened. Let's take this road. We should be able to cut through the forest and... Huh? Something wrong? No, as I said, this road... Wait, Ike. I just saw something move on the far side of that thicket. A wounded soldier, perhaps? Let's go have a look. Careful now. Oh, no. Did you find anything, Rise? It's a woman. Leave her. We shouldn't get involved in matters that don't concern us. Oh. Thank goodness, it looks like she's merely fainted. Right. We better take her with us for now, and make sure she's all right. Give me a hand, will you, Rise? Of course. I don't like this. And 300 more bonus EXP. Awesome. Alright, so that was Roadside Battle Chapter 4. I'll see you next time.